Hi, this is Paul Acevedo of Windows Phone Central, here with a video review of Order in Chaos Online for Windows Phone 8. It's an Xbox Live game from Gameloft. Order in Chaos Online is an MMORPG. That means it is a massively multiplayer online game that you play with other people. You can have up to 3 characters by default. You can also spend real money to get 2 extra character slots. 3 characters is plenty for me. 5 different races, each one has its advantages and disadvantages. We'll create an orc here. You have 4 main classes and each one can specialize in 2 different ways, so it's like having 8 classes. Alright, my character is ready to play. At the start you've got some tutorial information teaching you to move and look. You look by swiping anywhere on the screen, basically. Full camera control, pretty good. There's a jump button down here. A big part of the game is taking on quests. People who have these yellow scrolls over their heads, you go talk to them. There's a quest description, and often a reward, and you accept it. Alright, now to finish this quest, I just follow the little blue arrow here. I completed the quest, got a little bit of experience. This particular quest has a reward. Now I've got to attack this dummy with my attack button. Can use skills on it. Having completed the requirements of the quest, I go back and talk to the person who gave it to me. Sometimes it's a different person. Complete. Now the map has showed up. Also, I've gained the ability to use the chat channel. You can chat with people in your guild, local people, people on your team. Different ways to do it. Now I'm running to the area where I'm going to fight some beginning enemies. Basically the same thing you have to do in any game like this. Go somewhere and cut your teeth on the combat system. There's an auto run button. Press it, you'll run automatically until you press something else. Okay. Now I've got to fight these guys. Once you die, you can revive from a cemetery. Early on there is no penalty for death, but eventually you'll have to start paying silver, the game's currency, every time you die, which really discourages you from dying. You know, obviously you want to try to stay alive. I've just respawned in a graveyard. These are scattered throughout the land. They just give you a place to respawn from. Sometimes enemies will camp outside of the graveyard, so that can be hairy. Now I'm playing as my main character. He's level 30, so he's quite a lot farther in the game. This is in the Swamp of Worms. You have to be level 20 to get over here. There we go. I'm in a small town. You can talk to NPCs, they give you little story bits. The only ones you actually have to talk to are people who sell things and then the people who give you quests. Here's my bag. This is where you keep your stuff. Initially you only have 1 page in your bag, but you can spend a little gold to unlock new slots. And more pages, they start costing more gold as you get on, but hopefully you're earning gold by selling things in the auction house and to vendors. You can have a variety of different spells depending on your class type. There's a little hotkey area that you can pop in and out over here, and I use this to cast a couple of my spells. These are just buffs that last for half an hour. Down here is the action icons. You have 3 main buttons, and then you can press and swipe down to access 3 more. Here's an enemy. If I want to, I can just run up and start attacking him, or I can start out with a spell. That will prove more effective. So now he runs up to me. and I just automatically attack him. I can do stuff like heal if I need to. Not that I really need to. And I've defeated him. And then he has these little sparkles over him. I can gather some fur from him, which is used for crafting. It's a good combat system, nothing too complicated, and it works really well on the touchscreen. I'd say the game's controls on the whole are actually great. They're perfectly well suited to this type of game. It's not a game that you should have trouble adjusting to, unless you just can't use touch screens, and some people are like that. Being that this is an online RPG, you can have a friends list and send private messages to friends. You can join a guild. We have a WP Central guild, so please ask to join if you want to be a part of the team. Then you can team up with those people, ask them for advice, etc. This is just a really large scale game. It's actually more complex and vast than many Xbox 360 games. I mean, it is a full, deep experience on your phone, and I just find that really incredible. Sometimes you want games that you can play for 3 minutes at a time, and other times you just want a game that you can really sink your teeth into. And that's what Order and Chaos Online is good for. It's not a perfect game. There are some problems, some bugs and quests that are glitched here and there. The second dungeon currently can't be survived. It crashes the game. But hopefully Gameloft will fix these things in the future. And even when you run across a glitched quest or something, there's so much other stuff to do that you just, I mean, you never have to worry about being bored. And it's not even a game that requires very much grinding either. It's $7, which seems like a lot, but remember, this is such a big game. It's got just as much content as you'd find in a $60 game, and actually quite a lot more. And there's no excuse not to try it, because the demo lets you play up to the first 7 experience levels, so you can actually sink your teeth in and learn whether it's going to be for you or not. And like I said, if you like RPGs or just a game where you can be social and actually talk to people and stuff, then this is definitely the game for you. Thanks for watching. Read the full review at wpcentral.com.